Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Meteor Report. I'm Nick. This is Justin. This is the lantern. It is not variable, but it's a lantern.
I have
So-
a lantern. I have
I was
a
trying-
compass.
I have compass. I was trying to find the emote button on my keyboard, but unfortunately, I play Sea of Thieves on the PC so little I do not know what button it is. Actually, in fairness, I do not know what button it does on console either because I rarely use it. So, water.
Water.
Damn it, water. There we go. That's better. Water.
Water.
But hello everyone.
We've clearly got some Sea of Knees news for you.
Sea of Knees, yes, Sea of the Knees.
Knee.
My knees.
Knee.
The knee.
Knee.
I will-
Knee.
Traitor.
Pointy knee.
Shit.
Pointy
Shit.
knees.
Draw. Draw this. I dare you. But
Gamer.
yes, today we have some. Excuse us as our cameraman decided to take a swim, but
Yes.
oh,
As
first
clear,
cannibals.
clear pressing of buttons does not work.
So, enough tomfoolery aside. Today we will be talking about Sea of Thieves. It's our,
Yes, we
Yes,
are playing that game.
my brain just
Correct.
died right there.
Yes, we are playing this
Yes.
game.
Sea of Thieves. We have Sea of Thieves to talk about today. Specifically an update that is coming soon, I think. It's in 2 weeks, maybe one. Hold on, let me check that. As I fix up our ship, make it look semi-decent. Yeah, we'll go with that one. We'll go with that capstan. We'll go with that capstan. Let us see here. It is... Which button is it? That button! As I familiarize myself with the controls again. Ha! Oh! Holy shit! This is actually perfectly timed. This starts apparently tomorrow.
Ah, there you go. Everything going down soon enough.
So yes, today we'll be talking about the update for Sea of Thieves that is coming, as I've learned just now, tomorrow. Called the Shrouded Deep, and it is the continuation of the adventure series, which is kind of like these episodic adventure things that Sea of Thieves is doing. They're kind of like mini adventures that are kind of like 4 weeks apart from each other.
Yeah.
2 weeks. The adventure will be around for 2 weeks, and 2 weeks of lull, then another one, and then so on and so forth. Really episodic. It's a nice way to kind of space out between the tall tales, which are usually the massive expansion story, like Sea of Thieves essentially version of story quests. So it's a nice way to kind of space things out between them. To kind of put a Destiny parallel, think of this like the seasonal story, in a way.
Yeah.
Where between the massive expansions, you've got the seasonal stories going on.
Yeah, you've got like an expansion story, and then you've got a seasonal story.
Yeah, and those kind of fill the gaps between. So this is kind of their attempt at that.
Yes.
And considering Sea of Thieves tends to change up its seasons every few months, I think 6 months, something like that, it's not a terrible concept. I mean, it's 1 month of expansions and a few months of that. And I mean, Sea of Thieves is a mixture of hardcore and casual players, so meh.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's kind of what happens when you've got a game primarily set around PvP.
Well.
You know.
You say that to, like...
You're gonna have PvP real hard, real fast.
I mean, to the one person who's still saying, how do you turn off PvP in Sea of Thieves? You don't. Sea of Thieves. It's in the name.
Yes. We call
you
it.
kind of get used to it.
We call it a multiplayer difficulty tweak.
We call that a difficulty tweak where I'm from.
We call it pain.
I mean, as any solo player will attest, including myself, who often plays Sea of Thieves solo because I don't have friends. No, I'm kidding. No, the fact that I play solo, not that I have friends, but
clearly that is a false statement.
No, you're right. No, you're right. I do play it solo. I don't have friends. That's the truth. That's the true statement. There's the true statement in it. But
So
I do end up playing.
What specific news do we have for Sea of Thieves?
Yes. Enough rambling aside. Sea of Thieves, like I said, will be getting a new update called the Shrouded Deep as of tomorrow. This will be the third and, as of right now, final adventure for the Sea of Thieves kind of storyline. And this one is kind of interesting because it kind of hints to the bringing back of the Ancients, which is the kind of, let's call it precursor civilization that's existed in the game world of Sea of Thieves. They're kind of like, think of, if you, like, to kind of bring a Halo comparison here, think of the Forerunners, but tribal. So the tribal version of the Forerunners. Man, wouldn't that make the games more interesting?
Well, well, I'll ask real quick. Was this race also very petty because another race was given permissions that they wanted first?
We honestly have no idea. They were here and then they just weren't here. We really don't know what they were like. We only know one thing.
They're that equivalent of big dude.
They were here,
and then
but
all of a sudden he just kind of disappeared because they all decided to go through some magical portal all at once. It's like, we got too much stuff going on here. We're gonna go do our own thing. I'm head out.
We only know two things about the ancients. Number one, they love gold. Number two, they loved curses and magic and shit like that. And they were very adept at magic. In fact, the curses on the Sea of Thieves are presumably all their creations or their attempts at creations. So, yeah, that's a thing.
So, in other words, you can thank them for being turned partly into gold.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a curse they put on their gold because they're that greedy.
There you go. So,
it's like the Aztec gold from Pirates of the Caribbean. Actually, that's a pretty good comparison. Actually,
there you go.
You take the gold, and instead of being turned into a skeleton, you get turned into a gold yourself, which is, a very King Midas-y type curse for you, but almost fitting.
But when you think about it, that's a way of creating inflation for gold.
No, yeah. Sell yourself on the black market. Chop off an arm.
You turned into solid gold. I am free money.
I have free money. Takes a finger. Can I sell this?
Speaking of gold,
let's go on a voyage.
Cover my debt.
Yeah. I mean, the Sea of Thieves is kind of a gold paradise. I mean, there's bits in the lore where it's like people in the real world consider the Sea of Thieves to be mythical because it's basically the pirate paradise of like, gold is everywhere, magic is a thing, and, there's no death because if you die, you just go to a magic fair and then come back.
Yes. Death is irrelevant.
Which, fun fact, Disney...
Death is a concept invented by the non-believers.
Which, fun fact, side note, that is actually a fact for the Disney collab they did for Pirates of the Caribbean. That did actually have a collab with Sea of Thieves and have some literal adventures in the game. Davy Jones actually made an appearance in this game, and that was actually a focal point to why he was pissed off about this place, because death here is irrelevant. So he's like, how dare they not die? I need a job.
It's like,
death keeps me employed.
All of these cannonballs that I've shot at these people, meaningless.
Meaningless. Honestly, where the heck did you go?
I'm running around picking up
there
stuff.
You
go do your thing.
Let's go get ourselves a voyage. We're talking about gold a lot, so let's go on a gold voyage.
There you go.
Go dig up some treasure. You, shiny man, gold cursed person, give me thing to do. I'm having a lot of brain farts today. It's terrible.
Yes.
Absolutely horrendous. Ooh, we could do a vault. Nah, let's do something more traditional. Let's just go after some buried loot. Yeah, that's more traditional.
There you go. So, I'd be guessing for this expansion, as always, you're dealing with a whole bunch of ocean-based action, primarily.
Yes, I've yet to even talk about the expansion a lot. Thank you for semi-reminding me.
Segue.
Semi-segue, yes, my horrendous segue. Before we do that, here, we're going to talk about that. Here, I'm going to put on,
let me just
vote on this.
Throw a knife on that real quick.
Stick a knife on that one. Stick a knife in it. There we go. We are officially on a mission. Yay! Water.
There you go.
But, randomness aside, yes. So this expansion is going to be continuing the story that was filled on in the last one, where this kind of idea of Flameheart, who is the main antagonist of Sea of Thieves, holy shit, that's a lot of maps.
Yeah, just a few.
We'll be busy for a while now, aren't we? Alright, we'll just knock them out one by one. This one is, oh boy. This isn't a map, this is a frickin'... This is a rhyme! I don't like this.
What, you're the one who chose it, you fool.
I know. I know. I can't exactly explain.
Something we cannot handle. We did not major in this English language that they speak in.
Old Faithful Isle. Okay, let's go to Old Faithful. We can talk on the way. So anyways, this is a continuation of the last adventure, where we were dealing with... Hold on, let me just figure out this on the map. Random segues here. I just have to figure out where we're going first. Old Faithful, right? Old Faithful. Filling
like
time.
right beside us.
Is it?
I don't know.
No, it's not, sadly. Where is toilet? But that's a toilet joke if you're not aware. But
Funny.
terrible attempt to work.
Funny.
Shut up, I'm funny. But oh my goodness, it's taking way longer than it should. Where is it? I cannot read map. Here, tell you what, you look at the map for it and I'll fill in the audience.
Alright.
So anyways, this expansion is a continuation of the last adventure, which is, we go to the recap here.
Literally found it in like 5 seconds. Anyways.
Shut up. But shush. Anyways, so the last adventure sees Flameheart, the aforementioned villain, having, after attacked and stolen a bunch of people off to the sea forts, Belle, the person you work with, has following up on a lead that has to do with a mysterious mask. This mask doesn't mention what the mask is. Does not mention what the mask is or what its name is. It's mentioned in the actual It's mentioned in the actual oh my goodness, in the actual expansion or adventure trailer. Yeah, let's call it an adventure trailer, which is linked down below, as well as the overview of what's coming with this new update to the game. So, anyways, you better not crash into any rocks. I know how you drive.
Ah, yes. Not crash into any rocks.
Yeesh. Anyways, Belle is now following up on a lead to this mask that Flameheart is now apparently interested in. What is this mask? Well, apparently it's an old ancient mask. And I mean ancient as in not, ancient, though it is ancient, but it was held by the ancients. It can get kind of confusing with the naming. So anyways, this ancient mask is a stuff of legend. Powerful mask that may allow you to commune with the dead. Possibly, supposedly.
Perhaps.
If I remember this expansion correctly. But where is this ancient mask? Well, apparently in the belly of the Shrouded Ghost. What the heck is a Shrouded Ghost? Well, for those who've been playing Sea of Thieves, the word Shrouded Ghost will immediately cause some level of PTSD. And I swear you're crashing us into the rocks.
Literally...
I do not trust your driving!
You literally saw that it was going straight through, but
Still! Anyways, but...
Paranoid.exe.
It's my boat! Yes, it is!
Don't turn too much.
I can't tell where the hell the top is on this thing. Wait, let me just see the wheel. Where is the freaking top on this thing? Is it the gold part? Okay.
Yeah.
Here, keep this one on at least so I can at least see the wheel.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's that thing. Okay. Anyways. But, I still need to familiarize myself with that wheel. But anyways.
Well, you chose a bad wheel. I'm gonna say that real quick.
It's a new wheel. I like the design, but I still have to familiarize myself with it. I played with the base wheel for like years and years, so.
There you go.
But anyways, So anyways, Belle is now following up on this Shrouded Ghost, which apparently holds the mask of this ancient mask in its stomach. But how do you track down a Shrouded Ghost? The Shrouded Ghost is, of course, a giant megalodon shark, because, reasons. Which is itself so rare, it is said to be a myth. So, how do you find a legendary shark that is said to be a myth? Well, you go to the shark hunter. Merrick, of course. Who himself was actually a character revealed in, I think, the first ever expansion of Sea of Thieves, The Hungering Deep, which introduced the concept of megalodons to the game.
There you go.
So, this expansion will probably have us working alongside Merrick to probably hunt down the Shrouded Ghost and rip the mask from its gullet, somehow.
In some way.
Perhaps that'll involve us getting potentially eaten. Like, in God of War, when Kratos went after, I think, that one character's eye by getting eaten by the serpent.
Yes.
The said character's name of which I cannot remember, because my memory is terrible as of this moment. But still. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what that happens. I'll be interested to see. Apparently this update will also have us working beside the ghosts of the ancients, so we'll officially have them officially introduced into the game, and they're not just the thing that exists. By the way, you might want to keep the light on over the top of the map table at least. So
I can see the map.
I can't. Keep it on.
You fool.
My rules.
You fool.
We're fine.
Turn up your brightness on your monitor. Literally turn up your brightness. It is a tactical advantage that you should have. There should be absolutely no reason
We're fine.
Side note for any gamer, if you have low brightness, that is a tactical disadvantage you put on yourself. Unless you want like that kind of immersion, then I can understand it. Otherwise, you disadvantage yourself.
Well, I do. I do not want everything freaking, bleach white.
Well, it's not bleach white. It's just
Anyways,
bright
turn
enough
east
that
here.
I can see. What do you mean?
Head east. We're
I'm trying to go
right across from the alley.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Or you want to come across and go to the front?
Yeah, I'm trying to get along as far. That and there's a ship somewhere to our right. Yeah, there it is. I'm just trying to make sure we kind of stay far enough to discourage them.
Where the heck is it?
Right, straight to the right, to the little island.
Oh, you mean in the far right there?
Yeah, right that way.
That way.
I'm straight at it. And it's not one of those outposts. It's an actual ship.
Let me go to the frickin' thing so I can at least see above the waves. Let me see better. Ooh, nice sky tonight. I will say this about Sea of Thieves. It is an old game, but it does have some very beautiful scenes.
There you go. We got the northern lights, apparently.
I mean,
I didn't know somewhere around the Caribbean and probably the Bermuda Triangle.
I mean, apparently, like it's real low. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh holy shit, that is actually Oh, that is a faction representative. Is that Reapers?
Here, let me look.
Maybe. No, if there were Reapers, they would show up on the map.
No. Yeah, no.
Looks like some other representative. Usually representatives leave people alone because, if you get sunk, you lose all your reputation with the representative, and, it's just not good. Representatives usually try to avoid fights unless they're Reapers, in which case their whole point is to pick fights, so,
Yeah, no.
We should be fine there.
There you are. So I'm going to start turning it. It just got dark real fast.
Yeah, that's not concerning at all.
That's funny.
I'm just going to prepare the cannons out of paranoia.
It's like, yes, the moonlight will go and brighten our day, or our night. And then all of a sudden, it's dark. Wait a minute, but the moon is still there.
I mean, like, if you look at the lore in Sea of Thieves, apparently it's somewhere, like, I think, northeast of Mosquito Isle.
Yeah.
So, geographers, if you know where that is, let me know. It's somewhere in the Caribbean, I believe.
Hit me up.
I believe somewhere in the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so we'll go straight for a little bit, make sure that we're guaranteed. Like, I mean, after what you told me, I feel less concerned.
Yeah.
Still, we should PvP, I treat PvP game like this as I do any PvP game like this. Just stay as far away as you can, because the further you are, the less likely.
Mentality.
Well, no, it is smart though. It's like the further you are, the less likely they are to commit to going after you.
I mean, yeah. I mean, in the worst case scenario, it's 2v something else, so yeah. And they're a sloop, so at most they have 2 people, if not 1. So.
Yeah. No,
and anyone in this game will tell you, like, solo slooping is, like, literally hard mode in Sea of Thieves. You want to get good in the game, solo sloop for a while. You'll get good real quick.
That's unless you're me and literally just loaded up the game to do what you basically would do in GTA, which is just drive around, but instead float around.
Well, there's no freaking lampposts for you to hit, so you don't have to do that activity at least.
There you go.
No civilians for you to knock over either.
Oh, that's boo. I don't get bonus points.
No, but there's like a vault underneath there.
No.
We can go swimming.
No, we have a mission objective. Speaking of
after his time with the sirens, he's been given it PTSD.
War flashbacks. But speaking of objectives, what objectives might there be in this next expansion?
Yes. What objectives might there be? It is hard to say. It looks like that there is also a lot of updates. This update might also have a lot to do with Pirate Legends as well, so it might also be something that has to do with Pirate Legends specifically, which is basically the rank you get after you max out all of your reputation with all the other representatives in this game. For those who don't know, this game has a bunch of representative factions. We have the Gold Hoarders, which are the type of emissary faction that we're doing a mission for right now, where you go, dig up buried treasure and go raid vaults, which ironically they themselves are the people who create. So it's kind of funny, in the words of Captain Falcor, you're kind of basically stealing the treasure from their old vaults and selling it back to them. So essentially you're committing tax fraud. But anyways, So, that aside,
Yes.
there's also the soul, oh my god, oh my goodness, I can't remember anything today, it's terrible.
My memory is blank. Blank
Let
and
me just go
blank.
here. Blank, 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 blank. So anyways, there's the Merchant Alliance, which, kind of self-explanatory, they send you off on things to go deliver things. You know, go deliver these crates to this outpost, or go deliver a bunch of animals to this particular outpost for reasons. Then you have the Order of Souls, which pretty much sends you on, well, the Merchant Voyages can also send you on missions to go diving for their ships that sank and go sell their cargo back to them to go retrieve their cargo. And then you have the Order of Souls, which is basically sending you out on hunts to find skeleton lords, or skeletons, which is the PvE aspect of this game, where you go and find basically skeletons, so people who have been cursed by the skeleton curse and turned into skeletons. You go hunt them down, you kill them. Well, you technically can't kill them because skeletons, but anyways.
You know.
You basically take off their heads and you sell them to the Order of Souls because, fun fact, with the Order of Souls' magical knowledge, they can extract the memories out of those skulls and figure out where they stashed their loot, which they then sell to the gold hoarders for a profit. So, fun little
I smell profits.
Honestly, there's a fun little life cycle going on here. The Order of Souls find skeletons, they get the skeleton heads, they find the memories, they sell those knowledge to the gold hoarders of where they buried their loot, then the gold hoarders sell us the missions to go get those loot things. Go get said loot.
There you go.
So it's a beautiful life cycle. Anyways, we might want to, yeah.
Alright, so we're here. There you go.
Yep, we're here. So, does the map say anything else? Maybe. Go to Old Faithful Isle. You sail, but I'll wager you will fail. What the hell does that mean? Okay. Go to Old Faithful Isle, and maybe that will do something.
Well, we're at Old Faithful Isle.
Nothing changed. Maybe going for? Oh, wait, something's happening. Aha! Another part has been revealed. And skeletons. Right on cue. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the skeletons I was mentioning earlier. Charming fellows, aren't they? Ow. How dare you shoot me. Go away.
As I hear a shot and then get a book log.
My cameraman could not catch up. I killed all the skeletons before you could see them.
I was making sure these are set up. Also, we have ghosts. Fuck.
Oh. Yay. Remember those expansion I was mentioning earlier about Davy Jones? Yeah, well, fun fact, he is actually partially responsible for them existing.
Yes.
So, yay.
Thank him for that. Oh, okay, this one just T-posed for a second.
We got trolled by a ghost. What does that tell you?
Asserting dominance.
Alright then. So anyways, this next adventure though, like I said, will probably have us hunting the Shrouded Ghost, which, like I said, its spawn chance in the game is, like, there are random world event encounters that you can have in Sea of Thieves. One of them is that you can run into the Megalodon, which, if we're lucky, or possibly unlucky, depending on how we look at it, we will run into one of them. And there are, I think, 3 to 4 types of variations of Megalodon you can run into. The Hungering one, the Old Mother, or not the Old Mother, that's a Kraken. Few others. The Hungering one is the most common one you can run into. And then, at the very bottom of the scale, or top, like I said, again, depending on how you look at it, is the Shrouded Ghost. A pure white Megalodon with glowing eyes and a glowing tipped fin.
Yes. Now,
fun fact, this one actually has a little bit of funny history behind it. It is so rare, the spawn chance for this type of Megalodon, in an already, like, let's say, meh world event in terms of spawn rate, so you might get it, you might not, that there is something of a running joke in the community of Sea of Thieves that it is a myth. It does not exist.
Well, you know.
It exists officially, but few people have even seen it. There's an entire commemoration for it, too, so...
Why not? Why not make a myth within a myth?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, in the adventure trailer for this new expansion, the in-lore universe characters even also reference the Hungry one. Yeah. My brain is dying as we speak, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot speak properly today. My mistake. My apologies.
Yes. But
they also reference it as a myth, so it's kind of funny that Rare, the developers of the game, decided to canonize the Hungry one. There, I said it again. The Shrouded Ghost as a myth by in universe as well. Kind of homaging the fact that the player base thinks of it as a myth because it's so rare in terms of its spawn rate. So, fun little thing they did there.
All right. Well, you carry
Kind of
on.
feels like a bungee shtick.
You
But anyways,
carry on
so
with the quest. I'm gonna make sure nothing's around us.
well, I think we have another step, which is if at the ground beneath the southwest prisoner's cage, ye instruments peal, a hidden secret will reveal. Okay, if I'm reading this right, we go southwest of this island, there'll be a prisoner's cage. We play our instruments there, and something will be revealed, I think.
Maybe.
So, find southwest of the island. We have a compass, use it. That is my frickin' clock. I do not need the clock, I need the compass. Aha! Here we go. Okay, wrong side. South. Southeast? South. Ow. I heard something behind me. Ah, come on, more ghosts! This island is haunted!
Moon's haunted, island's haunted.
Moon's haunted, honestly. Another fun fact about this game is that there's also an unofficially haunted island.
Yes.
Haunted by a weird thing that is an NPC that's maybe not kind of hear it at night. It's weird.
You know.
Which is why there's an island I refuse to go to.
I don't like spooky places.
Hey, it's not a ghost I can kill. If I can't kill it, it's beyond me. So
You need Ouija with his vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, I need Luigi's vacuum, man.
Yes.
Go give me some vacuums.
He was able to clear out an entire mansion full of deadly
Several
ghosts.
mansions.
Technically all the same mansion, just slowly built more and more upon.
I mean, if you go through all
more and more haunted, apparently.
Well, I mean, if you go through the other games, several mansions, so...
Yeah, technically completely different mansions, but at the same time, technically mansions... Well, no, except for the first
mansion.
I think the third one...
The third one is like a hotel.
Yeah, I think the third one's like a completely different place that all of them are like, oh yeah, no, let's go. But the first two, I'm pretty sure, are basically like the mansion that Luigi owns, apparently, because, you know, he won it in a lottery or something.
If my memory serves, the first one was the one he won in the lottery, which is a trick by King Boo. The second one was him being called back to... I think we found our cage. The second one was a bunch of mansions he had to go to for reasons. I can't remember the exact reasons. I believe it was the doctor who created the whole like vacuum thing. He called him back there to kind of get the ghosts that had managed to escape again.
Yep.
And then the third one, if I remember correctly, is they all decided to go on vacation to this like swanky hotel, which turned out to be a trap by the ghosts. And instead of clearing a mansion this time, you're clearing out a haunted hotel. So, yay! The second most haunted thing in the world: hotels.
Yes.
Okay, south. Yeah.
I mean, technically, any direction. South can be considered south, so.
I mean, southwest prisoner's cage, so.
There are multiple here.
Beneath the southwest prisoner's cage, we are. East.
You're literally going
this way.
But yeah, no. Clearly, the next expansion's dealing with more ghost stuff. The hunting of a large sea creature, because you know those things.
Hunting of a large sea shark, a megalodon.
Because those things
possibly
they gotta go. Hello.
Oh come on! What is this with them? Luigi, I need that vacuum.
Luigi.
Pity they will not be invented in lore for another 150 years. So you know.
No, technically you could invent a vacuum because we have these things, which you could technically use as a vacuum if you set it up just right. But you know, brain power will not function like that until at least another 100 so years.
Yeah, 100 so years. Southwest. There's a prisoner's cage southwest here, apparently.
Okay, well.
I mean, look. This is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at right now.
This is the southern half of the island, then.
This is what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, that doesn't help me. Those are just words.
Read it, genius. That's why you read it.
You literally read it earlier.
I know, but you know.
It's like that
In
doesn't.
case you wanted to read it, I do not know. I mean, it's also in your inventory too, so you know.
Yeah. But
Oops.
like, if this is the southern half of the island, then it has to be back up a little bit. That's unless there's a hidden nook somewhere around here.
I mean,
Tom
it is
Nook,
southwest
are
of
you
the
here?
island. Tom Nook? Is that you?
Are you looking to go and take more of my? Oh, hello there.
Ah, the aforementioned skeletons. Well, at least they're like that because of a curse, not because the place is haunted.
Well, I'd be
Ghost, skeletons,
I'd be
oh
willing
my.
to bet because of the fact that they're here, it is now haunted. But because we just eliminated them, it is no longer haunted in that spot specifically.
The 1812, the like 1750s version of Ghostbusters.
Yes. How do we get rid of ghosts? We literally eliminate them from existence.
We hit them enough times and they explode. But he's the only prisoner's cages I can see though.
Yeah.
Problem is, this is like northeast, so yeah. Unless, well, walking this way is southwest. That's a thing. Like,
Oh, there's another one over here, but this is pretty far away.
you gonna try it just in case?
Yeah. Oh. Stuff just happened.
Something happened.
Okay, apparently it was supposed to be over here.
You hit the lottery, genius. Okay, new one just got revealed. We're looking at the northeast Entwined Trees. Something is hidden here. Read me and it shall appear. Okay. So, we go northeast at the Entwined Trees, and we look at this again. Something will happen.
Yes. And while you do that, I will go on Overwatch again.
Well, where were you? Because then we can work from northeast there. Because it's probably
here.
meant like
Here,
northeast
here.
there.
You should see the.
Ah,
cube
here it
now.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah,
it
this
was.
thing. Okay, so if we head northeast, where's my compass again? Trusty gold hoarder compass.
As always with Sea of
Northeast.
Thieves, you've got you're hunting like this, and then I'd be willing to bet that hunting for the Megalodon would probably include something along the lines like this, but
Well, that's the thing. I don't think we'll be looking on land for a sea fit, for a giant shark. Just a thought, you know.
yeah,
What the hell did you just do?
killed.
Heard that from me.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Did you just shoot a gunpowder barrel?
Yeah, 2 birds, 1 stone. One of them decided to come up with a barrel, and well, now he no longer are here. He's no longer with us.
He has been departed.
You decided to bring up the barrel, and I decided to shoot it.
You brought the barrel, friend. I only ended it.
I only ended your suffering now.
I don't know. Technically, cursed be a skeleton is a form of eternal life, though it's probably the shittiest form of eternal life.
Yeah.
I mean, Ainz would probably disagree, but you know.
Well, I would say skeleton over being a ghost, because at least.
Then you can interact with things.
You have an actual physical body, and you're not bound by like laws of yes, but you have to haunt this item in order to be able to move it.
Yeah. I prefer Skeletor than
like ghost laws go and hold me back. If only I could go and disobey them.
Yeah, I prefer to be Skeletor than King Boo. Just saying.
Yes.
But
I'd prefer to be Sans the skeleton.
Speaking of skeletons.
More.
Skeletons with guns. What will they think of next? Such a progressive society we live in.
Ranged bone.
Northeast.
Yeah, there was a ship kind of going around, but I think it just kind of dipped.
Yeah. They say for like the worst thing you can do is have your anchor down, but we're gonna be here for a while, so you know.
Well, our anchor's not down. Only our sail is.
Is it?
And we're kind of just pointed straight towards the island, but I'd say that's a good thing, because if someone
so we don't.
Yeah, if someone does go and lower our sail, it will just go straight into the island, so we'll be fine. Yeah.
mean, usually you don't want to be porting towards the island because
Yeah,
then you have
but
to
at least our
course
ship won't
correct.
kind of dip on us, and then we don't have to like wait for the ship to scuttle in order for us to get a new one. At least if the ship goes into the island, we can quickly rush and repair it.
Anyways, so northeast, northeast entwined trees. Well, what counts as an entwined tree? I wonder. I'm guessing trees that are crossing each other would be my guess, but
Yes. Well, it's obviously got to involve these dead-looking trees, and there's not an extreme amount of them on the island, so.
not necessarily. It could involve live-looking trees. We saw those here too.
Yeah, maybe. But then it would have to be one with multiple branches then.
Not necessarily. It could just be two trees that are crossing each other. Ah, hello.
So I'm guessing on this side of the island then.
It says northeast, so something like that, yeah. Southeast. Northeast. Something here, something here. Ladies and gentlemen, as we figure out this riddle in real time, riveting gameplay, is it not?
Riveting.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Do you not find enjoyment within our struggle?
Within this mad struggle.
But yeah. Like you said though, the expansion's coming out tomorrow, and also in the description, not only is the trailer, but it is also kind of like a devlog going through.
Yeah, dev breakdown.
Some of the stuff that they plan on working on and doing. So.
I mean, in this expansion, it'll be probably more than just a thing. For the longest time, Pirate Legends, like I said, the status you receive after you max out your reputation with all the trading companies, for the most part. Nope, there's a gunpowder barrel. Stay back, stay back, stay back, stay back! Ow.
You did that to yourself, mate.
Every time I try and do that with the gunpowder barrel, I always end up blowing myself up. It's a pain.
Well, I'd say don't hold out a shotgun then.
It's the only thing I carry. I mean, it's effective. I'll give it that much. Regardless, where was I? Oh, yes. So one thing Pirate Legends have always been asking for is expansions to Pirate Legends Voyages. So, basically endgame content. Problem is, after you get to Pirate Legend, all people kind of go through this thing of, well, now what, There's not much in the way of endgame content in Sea of Thieves, unless you count, because here's the thing: Athena Voyages, which are basically, you can only get these voyages by accessing the Pirate Legend Tavern, which you do by essentially becoming Pirate Legend, then playing your instrument inside the tavern of playing your instrument inside any tavern. That'll open up a door and allow you to go to a special tavern for Pirate Legend exclusively, which will give you endgame Pirate Legend Voyages as well as Pirate Legend Gold, which costs millions and millions of gold apiece, because, that is efficient. Oh, we're getting gold, but not as much as... Yeah, but anyways.
It's better than nothing at the moment.
Yeah, better than nothing. So anyways, regardless, outside of doing the Pirate Legend Voyages, which are essentially just, basically regular voyages like these, people are like, well, that's kind of sucky because these are just the same thing, just for a little more gold. So, something more exclusive would be nice. In this update, they're probably bringing exclusive voyages. They are bringing exclusive type voyages to Pirate Legends, which are kind of mini adventures, which are a mixture of tall tales, which are essentially the story things of Sea of Thieves, mixed with voyages. And there's going to be some level of procedural generation to them, it seems, where it's going to be some level of randomness to them. So sometimes you'll figure out riddles, sometimes you'll do this, sometimes you'll go diving for ships. It's interesting.
Pick up X item or go destroy X creature.
Yeah, And apparently it'll end with some massive battle.
There you go. As you do.
As you do. As you do. Which will apparently feed into the actual story of Sea of Thieves, so, there's a nice way of making Pirate Legends feel more, shall we say, involved in the game story.
There you are.
Anyways, Northeastern Twine Trees, where the heck are they? Heck!
Watch it be on the other side of the island for some reason.
I mean, it says that the Northeast Entwined Trees, so... The logic would be that it's northeast. Or somewhere northeast on the island. Unfortunately...
Got like an Eye of Cthulhu looking base over there.
Oh, that's charming.
Yes. Alright, I'm gonna look down here. Might not find anything. Let's
see. Truly riveting gameplay, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, this is kind of what happens when you have riddles. You leave riddles to the Riddler and let Batman handle him.
Yeah, well, he is also a character that will not exist for another 100 years at least.
Oh, depending on which era of dimension Batman you're talking about.
I'm not aware of any 1740s Batman, but I'd like to see how that would actually
there's
play out.
Samurai Batman.
Yeah, no, there is. I actually have that movie. Never watched it, but I have it.
He's a good one. I liked it.
I don't know. I feel like Samurai Batman's an actually nice fit, considering if you look at his lore.
The ghosts truly want to go and assert their own dominance.
I mean, hey, they're dropping gold, so they can come at me all I want. Making me rich ever so slowly. Regardless. Northeast. And plus we have to read that thing again if we're going to make anything happen, so. That is water, so not that way.
That is the water. I do not want to be under the water. No help me. The only... actually, this kind of... maybe. What do we need to do, actually?
Once you get there, you actually just read the thingy, and apparently that will make something happen.
Where do I find the quests?
Go to X, and you go to space, the top one.
The top one? Okay, because we have a few.
It's like, read me, okay. Nothing.
So in other words, just kind of run around with the map and just bring it up every few
yeah,
seconds.
just, I hold it up, be like,
yes.
Is this doing anything?
Ah, yes. Look at me go. Ah, yes. I must find it eventually.
Honestly.
But yeah, we'll call it here in a moment, here, folks.
Considering we'll either do that,
I mean,
or
we've gone over what we wanted to do, which was, there's an update coming tomorrow. If you're interested in Sea of Thieves, tune in tomorrow for that, because it'll be out by then.
Yeah, and, that'll be there. We might not be covering, but it'll be out by then.
Yeah.
Next week, a little preview, we'll be talking about the next thing coming up in Warframe, which will also be coming up next week. This time, it'll actually be releasing on the day of the actual stream, so...
Yes.
Yeah. We can't exactly stream it, though, because unfortunately, neither I nor our dear editor over here, --cameraman, --co-host, have the game, on PC at least, and there is no crossplay yet on the game, so...
Yeah, so even if we did, he wouldn't be able to play with me. And I mean, technically, I could play it on PC. And technically,
I mean, we could play together because it's on the same console, but
yeah, it's like technically I could play it, and technically he could play it, but he wouldn't have any of his character stuff.
Of all my stuff that I've made up over the years, and yeah, I'd have to start from scratch. You need to start from scratch. It would just not worth it at that point.
And besides, I get a fair amount of that with Destiny and a few other games that I play. So I think grinding, the grind factory can only handle so much capacity within its belts before it begins to overload, and not enough productivity will be made.
Not enough votes. You know what the sad part is? In the quest, we actually have maps.
Yes.
We could have just dug that up instead of doing this, but meh, whatever.
You chose this path.
I chose this path. I chose this. We have to deal with this because of my decision.
Get over here. I'm digging a hole for you.
It's gonna stick me down a hole.
Get in.
What is this? Like a freaking 2 centimeter hole?
Yeah, well, apparently I can't dig any deeper than that. That would require terraforming, and that is something the game will not allow.
Yeah, freaking terraform the island.
Ah, yes, I can make my own base, but the moment I leave is the moment it's gone. Oh,
I mean,
thank you for bugging me forward, game. I stopped at the edge of a cliff there, and then all of a sudden it kind of just chopped me forward.
I mean, technically you do have bases in the game. Technically, they have the freaking sea forts, which are Sea of Thieves attempted role playing, which I don't know why. I don't know, Rye, where I put that in. They're like, here it is, if you want it, I guess.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, there's that. You can go megalodon hunting soon enough tomorrow if you're interested.
Presumably megalodon hunting. Going after the Shrouded Ghost.
If anything,
a lot of old Sea of Thieves vets.
Yeah, if anything, it'll be build up for what will happen next. Which is
time.
Which is kind of how seasons go. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
This is kind of how it works with storytelling. It's like, yes, let me just slowly build up towards the big bad thing. Woo!
Yeah, the big bad thing, which nobody's heard of yet because it didn't exist 10 minutes ago. But
the big bad thing that we go and reference 3 years ago, and then all of a sudden, yes, it exists.
It exists, yeah. Yeah, where was that cage again?
Here.
It's probably northwest from that thing.
I'll go hunting for it, but yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed, and we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one as we continue to hunt for this treasure. Sadly, there was no build-off in this episode. Sorry if you came here to take up anything. I was
don't put on any bets about us going and getting the treasure on time. I don't think we're getting it.
I mean, we could have gone after the island one, but I didn't notice that one in time, so here we are.
Here we go. All right.
See you later. Yep. You have a good one, everyone, and as always, good night.